Good morning, my cookie crumbs, and welcome back. I haven't done Kingdom Hearts in a while, so we're going to do some Kingdom Hearts fics. Here's a one-shot for you all. Here we go. Sora dragged himself, or at least he tried to drag himself. He just had a long, hard battle with some Heartless. Normally, he would fight with Donald and Goofy, but they weren't around. No one was. He had gone to Yen Sed's place, and the next thing he knew, he was running away. How had it come to this? Was he really betrayed? How could they think that of him? There was no way he gave in to the darkness or to Organization 13 or to anybody. But yet, somehow they got it in their heads that he betrayed them. But that wasn't true. That wasn't true at all. He thought maybe they were under some sort of a spell, and he tried to dispel it, but nothing. Their eyes couldn't lie. They weren't bewitched. They weren't anything. Sora managed to get to Hollow Bastion. He could hide there. There were many parts of the castle that were still abandoned. It's not like anyone would look for him. And if they did find them, he kind of hoped that it was too late. Part of the reason why he didn't heal his wounds. He couldn't think like that, but what choice did he have? He found a hidey hole in the Hollow Bastion and lay down on the ground. The abandoned room was empty. It was cold. He could hear water dripping. It was perfect. Sora shut his eyes and just floated in darkness. Then, the next thing he knew, he was warm and cozy. Wait, it had to be a dream. But he wasn't dreaming. He couldn't risk dreaming. He hadn't slept in a while. Riku was his dream eater. He knew if he would sleep, Riku could easily find him. So he cut off the link and just avoided sleeping for as long as he could. He slept maybe, a few hours here and there, but he wouldn't sleep long enough for Riku to tap into him. Sora groaned as he came awake. He looked around and he saw that he was at Merlin's place. He jumped up and groaned and clutched his stomach. He forgot that he had been slashed there by a Heartless. He couldn't be here. If he was here, then the others had to have been alerted. He needed to leave, and he needed to leave as soon as he could. He tried to find his clothes, but nothing. He was in sweatpants, but with no shirt. His shoes were also not there. He couldn't summon his Keyblade either. He was too weak. He knew he needed to leave in ASAP, but before he could move a single muscle, Leon walked in. A very concerned and angry Leon. "Sit," he ordered. Sora shook and looked at Leon in fear. Leon's face softened when he saw the fear in his eyes. "Sora, please sit down. You're hurt." Sora just shook his head. He was shaking. He wanted to sit down. He was pretty woozy, but he wasn't going to take the chance. He couldn't take the chance. He had been betrayed once. Who's to say that they haven't betrayed him? people that he considered a second family. Leon, Yuffie, Aerith, Cloud, Tifa, Merlin, they were all like a second family to him. Who's to say that Yen said hadn't... Oh, he couldn't think. He didn't want to think about that. This was his home away from home. Sora, please, you're about to fall over. Sora? He looked over, and there was Aerith. Cloud, Yuffie, Tifa, Merlin, Sid, they all entered. Sora was shaking now. He was ready to bolt. If only that dizzy spell didn't stop him. Leon rushed forward and grabbed him. Cloud came forward as well, and they helped him to lie back down. Sora, we're not going to hurt you. You don't need to be afraid of us. Betrayed? Who's to say you haven't betrayed me either? Sora said shakingly. Oh, Sora. Yin said did contact us, and we wanted to get your side of the story. My side of the story? Who's to say you would... Please, just let me go. Please, let me go. Let me vanish. I can't have you betray me as well. You're like my second family, and this is my home away from home. If I lose this too, I can't. Please. Sora, sweetie, Tifa said, coming forward. We really want to know your side of the story. I promise we haven't betrayed you. We love you, Sora, so much. Please, we want to help. Promise you'll listen. I promise. Now please talk to us. What happened? And how did you get like this? Sora, as best as he could, without wanting to pass out, told his side of the story. They figured that something had been up. Yin said sounded a little off to them. And Mickey had once told them eyes couldn't lie. And well, something in their eyes was off to all of them. Cloud and Leon wanted to get to the bottom of it. Same with Sid. Merlin sat back quietly as he watched his old student. There was something definitely hinky going on. They couldn't put their finger on it, but they needed to speak to Sora, and as soon as possible. If they could find him. They searched all over Radiant Garden for the boy, but nothing. It was then Leon suggested they search in the Hollow Bastion. Sora often went in to the old castle just to clear his head. Sora liked exploring the older rooms and the upper floors of the castle. And that's indeed where they found him, in one of the older abandoned rooms, close to death. They scooped him up and raced him to Merlin's, where they did their best to heal him. The poor thing was so exhausted and so hurt that he slept for almost a week straight. He was also starving and dehydrated. They knew they were going to have to get some food and water into him soon, too. Speaking of which, apparently Aerith had that on her mind as she left the room and came back with a tray. Sora sat up as best as he could, and as he continued with his story, he ate. And that's pretty much it, Sora said. They think that I betrayed them. They think that I went to the dark side, that I made some kind of deal with the organization or with Maleficent, or I don't know, I can't think straight anymore. Not even I remember. Some things are kind of fuzzy. You might have hit your head. Or they might have tried to wipe your memory. That could be it. I believed that before I'd hit my head. I knew something hinky was going on. Don't worry, Sora. You're not going back there. You're not gonna send me back? Why would we? Cloud asked. Well, Sora, we're going to keep you here where you're safe. Leon promised. Promise? Definitely. We're not sending you back. Nope, you're stuck with us, Yuffie said happily. Thank you. I couldn't handle it if you guys had betrayed me too. Not on your life, kid. Well, now that we got all that sorted, I'm gonna head on over to Yin Sid's and give him a piece of my mind. I'm coming too, Cloud said. Same. Now, boys, y'all stay here. Oh, hell no. You ain't getting me to stay here. Yeah. I need to go talk to the old wizard. He's becoming worse than Sephiroth. Ugh, can't believe I just said that. Nah, boy, none of you are going anywhere, Merlin said. I will talk with Yin said. You all stay here and make sure that Sora is safe. And Sora, my dear boy, welcome home. Thank you, Merlin. I'll be ready to do magic soon, I hope. Now, my dear child, we don't need to practice magic. At least not yet. We'll wait until you're completely healed and feeling much better. Okay, I have been practicing though. I can't wait to show you. And I can't wait to see what you've learned, my dear boy. But for now, you get some rest and get healed. Sid, why don't you accompany me? As if I was gonna let you go by yourself. Oh, why can't we go? Yeah, I have my shovel and everything, Aerith said with a pout. She legitimately did have a shovel in hand. She was ready to do battle. Yeah, I want to go talk to the old wizard as well. Now, I know you all want a piece of Yin said and the others. You'll get your chance. But for now, I'm going to go alone and investigate alone. Understand? Yeah, we get it. They weren't happy, but they did agree. And off they went. The older siblings turned back to their youngest sibling. And the youngest sibling gulped. Sora was definitely in for it, especially with his oldest brothers. Cloud and Leon can be very overprotective of him when they needed to be. And well, they had that gleam in their eye. He was definitely not going to be leaving their sight anytime soon. But hey, that's what family does. And Sora was so happy that his second family hadn't left him. He was happy that his family was still here. He was finally safe. Safe and warm. And that feels like a good place to leave this. I do have a version of this up on my archive. It is ongoing currently. It's called The Night the Stars Fell. It's an alternative to this, but I do have another fic like this coming out again on my archive. And just to let you guys know, some things on my archive will just be exclusive to my archive. Just like some things, or like some podfics here will just be exclusive to here. Some things will be interchangeable. Like I will narrate maybe an archive story from my thing on here, and maybe I'll write one of these podfics out. But some things will just be exclusive to either or, and this is not going to be exclusive to that. I do have this fic. This is just like a sneak preview, I guess you could say, of that coming out soon. So, who knows? Enjoy! Bye, guys! I gotta go to work now. Boo. Love you all. Bye.